Hello, welcome back to Being a Nothingness. Last episode we struggled with one of the levels, but I think I have an idea of how to get through it now. I was thinking about it, and I have some idea. I was thinking that at this point, we're kind of missing one bean. I think we've been missing one bean for a lot. And I'm wondering what the actual minimum we can have in the puzzle is. This cloud can technically be behind this bean, can't it? Because that also acts as a blockage down here. And I think that's good, right? Because that means if this were actually a bomb, I could just push the bomb upwards and have it blow up this cloud without disrupting anything else. And that should leave very few beans remaining. Like, because each cloud is worth one bean, whatever's left here is exactly 4 beans. The bomb used to destroy this cloud is 2 beans, and that's 6 exactly, which means the remaining number of beans left would also be 6. So theoretically, if I change the setup to just use a bomb here, we'll be fine. And I think I can do that like really easily. So let's just do that right now. So cloud here. That's not a cloud. Cloud here. Cloud here, and then importantly a cloud is here. We have a bomb here. And then we put the rest of our green beans here. So what happens at the end is after we get through all this, I can just push you up and get rid of the cloud up there, which will let me pick up this bean. And of course, the bomb must be here because it takes the place of the green bean, which we knew was useful. Also, before I do all of this, I need to collect you and place you here to act as a blockage. That's a lot of shots at once. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, now we are free to place these beans wherever. That one of them will definitely be up there in the purple sensor. And then I can use the bomb as a blockage to bring the other beans with me here. And using this, there you go, that's 6 beans. And very little disruption. Here you go. And there you go, there you go. There you go, like 5 times. That was a real puzzle. I've been thinking about it quite a while. I just didn't see that solution because I was so like bent on having the clouds be vertical. I didn't really stop to think on whether that's suboptimal. Like, it seems very optimal to have them all in a row, because like you will require the fewest blockages to walk underneath here. But I guess I had to keep in mind that that also requires the most effort to, you know, disrupt in terms of structure. Like, I would need to disrupt a lot in terms of structure, which definitely is bad. So yeah. Alright. That's that puzzle solved. The next one is up here, right? Yeah, Seasons of Bean, like a really big puzzle. So I'm kind of excited to see what it's all about. Okay. Seasons of Bean. Oh, the zoom out is insane, but yes. Also, wow, look at these. Yeah, look at these right now. I have a lot here. Ah, but I see why it's called Seasons of Beans. It's because each quadrant allows only a specific color, right? Yeah, it looks like it. And I need 3 red beans all the way here, I think. Plus this. That is a yellow bean there. Oh, how am I gonna get a yellow bean there? There's a yellow bean here that can be continuously reproduced. I guess this will be our infinite bean dispenser, yeah. Every time I bring a yellow bean out, it changes color, so we'll have an infinite number of beans from you. That is good. Infinite beans is great, I guess. Then these beans have to be transported to here without changing color. I suppose a vine could pull them over. Yeah, okay. So a vine can pull them over. I guess a vine can also pull icicles over. Maybe if a vine got... Oh, what? Yeah, no, I see. Infinite beans is good. Infinite beans is good. I have this here, and this activates that. This activates that, which is super weird, but I understand. That is also really weird. I don't know how I'm gonna get that. What? I need... What? That... How do I access that? Vine? Wow, okay. Yeah, I guess if I place a bunch of frozen vines, I can pick you up. In fact, one frozen vine here is good enough. Okay. So that's how I do that. Frozen vine. Yeah, we're working with some really abstract monsters here. Once again, anything past bucket I consider abstract. I think I said this before, like back in like Icicle Land or something, or Blob Land. Any level using things, any level using only stuff after bucket, I consider just very weird because the behaviors I just haven't been around long enough to understand properly. Especially clouds and vines, and you know, they all just are really weird to me. Also, there is yellow in this area. I don't know why I can convert this area into yellow. Okay, there's gonna have to be a lot of vine pulling across the water. I see that because, yeah, that makes sense. There's also going to have to be a lot of icicle pulling, right? Yeah, because, yes, okay. When a vine eats an icicle, it becomes an icicle. It becomes an ice block and I can just get rid of it easily. Cloud, why are you here? White bean means cloud in this area seems to be useful. But honestly, at this point, any color can exist anywhere as long as I can use the beans and icicles correctly, I think. Well, that's not true, because how would I get the icicles and vines into their respective locations? For example, like... Well, okay, the easiest way, I guess, would just be a vine in this area. A vine in this area... A frozen vine pushed down here could become a green bean in this area. And we can sort of repeat that process over and over again in general, which allows me to put vines in multiple places. Okay. I have not yet inspected this contraption and why it is significant. So there, what is that about? Is this... Wait, is there slime on that? I think there's slime on that. I can't really see, but I think there is. So I can't actually pick it up physically. I guess a vine could consume it, maybe? But no, it would be unfrozen. Why? Yeah, also, like... If I could just put an icicle here, why do I need you? I don't know. Oh, I need it to be activated to open this, and that's how I get this red bean. So that's why you're important. I need a cloud here. Okay, cloud here. Cloud here. Shouldn't be difficult once I get the vines working. You, again, frozen something here will work just fine. So we have the contraption. Well, we have theoretical ability to put beans anywhere we want. It's just the ability to do that, or the process in which we do that, is difficult. Then we need a yellow bean going from here all the way to here. I guess that's probably why this area is for yellow, is to allow a yellow bean to exist in this area. And that should be last, because once a yellow bean gets in here, this guy will no longer spawn stuff. Although I guess that's not entirely true. What I can do is spawn like 1,000,000 beans and then turn them all yellow. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Okay, so how do we do this? We can start by... Okay. I can start by placing a vine here and an icicle opposite it. That will allow me to... That will allow me to freeze the vine and then put a green bean elsewhere. And that is good because... I don't know, but let me put a green bean here. And I can do that infinitely. I can also go this way, I think. So just to prove that is possible, let's do this. And then this. Okay. Hold on. Let's put you down. I don't want to get in the way. Okay, there you go. We should be good here. And by doing this, I can get a green bean in this area. Okay, very nice. Green bean in this area will allow me to get a green bean in this area, and I think that's the important thing I want to do. Because green bean in this area going this way is difficult. I don't know how I'm going to get an icicle here. So what I'm going to need to do is collect an icicle here. And simply get a vine to eat it. Yeah, okay. Okay, there you go. Green bean down here. Okay. So green bean here is good because under specific conditions, you can just grab red beans from wherever you want. Okay, from here might be maybe be a little difficult, I think. Yeah, how do I get this red bean out? I'm gonna need to pull you out with a vine, but then how do I get you eaten by... Okay, well, it's not difficult because what I can do is I can transfer blue beans around. That is definitely a thing I can do. I'll need 3 beans for this case. And the good thing is I can actually like go back and forth there and just collect as many beans as I want. The reason why I want 3 beans is that one of them is going to be collected in its bean form by the vine here. Okay, this is fine. I don't think this water will be a real matter. Like, if for some reason we legitimately need more space than there is water to store beans, just vines crashing into walls is okay for us. And like, in theory, right, I could just freeze as many vines as I want and create like bridges across these areas. I don't see how useful that would be, but like I could. And that would actually seem quite beneficial. Okay. But yeah, in this way, I can get blue beans to move in different locations. And the good thing about this bean being here is that once I grab this red bean, I can get the vine to freeze a icicle. And that should let me get the red bean out. So there you go. I will destroy this guy to get the green bean back. In case I need it for some reason. Yeah, so that's one red bean. That is actually nice. Okay, second red bean is up here. I think I'll grab this one next. This one should also not be difficult. Once again, I need an icicle here. Okay, so I'll repeat the process. I'm gonna put all these beans in a safe spot for now. So that this vine doesn't, like, grab it for no reason. Okay. So we bring an icicle here. Actually, we don't actually need to do that, do we? No, I just need to put an icicle here. That's good enough because I can freeze a vine in this position. Oh. And then do this. There you go. That is red bean number 2. And of course this red bean needs to go places. But that shouldn't be a problem. I can once again send something down via another vine. So once again, I need to get an icicle in this area, which is not difficult. We'll put you here. We'll grab you and put you down out of the range of the vine. 2 blue beans here is the setup we had. So you pick up this bean. Then you pick up an icicle. And then you get frozen. And I get an icicle here. So now what happens is that no, red bean, stay. Jeez. Vine collects red bean, then collects icicle, and then it freezes itself, and now I have red beans. I have 2 red beans in this area. Oh, oops, I put it in the wrong column. Hold on. This should not be in this column. It should be in literally any other column. What am I doing? Anyway, okay. So let's put you here. Let's get this red bean out of the way. There you go. Literally any other column would have been fine. I chose the exact wrong one, but no problem there. 2 red beans and a vine here. Hold on, I need to check your range. Ooh, that's a bit problematic. Because if you grab from this row... I mean, you can always grab from this row as well. Okay, so that's no issue there. You can grab from this second row here, and then you can also grab from above to grab an icicle. Yeah, no issue there. Okay, I'm gonna hide you here in a much safer spot. Now up to this area. I need a white bean here. Okay, how would I do this? Well, I mean, we'll use the same transport method as before. Okay, well, this one I think needs a different design. I need a vine here this time, which I haven't figured out how to do. Because the problem is, to get a vine here, you need to start with a vine here, right? Which is like contradictory. You can't get your first vine here unless you already have a vine here. No, but we managed to get a green bean here. Yeah, we pushed a frozen vine in this direction. So, yeah, there's no issue there. I think we've done it before. Also, can't we just get like an infinite number of beans here? Why do I even try? Okay, so it's grab, left, right, grab, left, right, grab, left, right, grab, left, right. Okay. Left, right, grab, left, right, grab, left, right. So how will the game display like 20 beans, for example? Oh. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, just stacks them up, but sure, I guess. Was it worth it to have this many beans? I don't mind, as long as they're not yellow, we're good. So, but I don't want to take that. Yeah, I don't want to have this many beans and then have to like maneuver them around. I want just the exact number that I need. So we'll do this normally. Okay. Let's freeze an icicle and send it over. So green bean here. And green bean is good because we can now produce or collect a white bean in this area and then freeze it and get rid of the green bean. Now for that, I will need... This green bean will need to be here to collect a white bean and then also collect an icicle. So now I need 2 beans. 1 white right here. That's good. And then 1 icicle here. Okay, so what I'll do is... I'll put nothing in this row first. Then while you're busy collecting the white bean, I will have you do this. Okay, and now I can get rid of you just by pushing you in the water. And look, for the first time I can stand like in some presumably out of bounds location. I don't know. I assume this level is like you know, strongly guarded enough that even with as many bridges as you want, the puzzle still holds. It doesn't break itself. Okay. Okay, there you go. I will break you this time. I might want this green bean here. But with the cloud here now, I can just put you in this area. And then that should give me access to red. It does. Very nice. Alright, and for our final trick, we need another green bean down there. Which I've done before. How did I do it? I froze a green bean and pushed it in, right? Yeah. Okay, so I guess it could be this guy that's frozen. I will need an icicle in the top left, which is doable. 3. Okay. 4. Okay, icicle collected. All you need to do is actually just freeze the icicle. I'll spawn the icicle first. Grab the icicle, freeze yourself, and now I have a green bean over there. And I can set up all of the... I still need one bean here to act as the icicle that the vine down here will be eating. Okay. Okay, I will wait until you collect the third one. Icicle next. There you go. Icicle can now be... Well, icicle... What? No icicle. Red beans. There you go. And for our final step, we just gotta get a yellow bean up there. That shouldn't be a problem, right? Shouldn't. How do we do this? Vine up here, then eating an icicle should do it for us. But we also need to start from here. Okay. So we need a classic vine icicle combo here, which can be done in, like, I don't know, this location. Any location works. But that means we need an icicle here. So 3 beans as per usual. We need a green bean here again, so I need 2 more beans. That's 5. That should be good enough. Okay. So the first step we need is to have this happen. Green bean is down there. Next, I need an icicle here, which should be easy as well. I just put vine here, and then we do the 2 icicle thing again, the 2 cyan bean thing again. There you go. That should be good enough. Oops. Okay. Icicle is here. Okay, and this will allow me to bring a yellow bean into this region here. So you're gonna be here. And it really doesn't matter where the vine is, as long as you can grab the icicle. Okay, hold on. It needs to grab the yellow bean first, so icicle comes in later. Okay, that should be good enough. And now we can unfreeze or destroy this guy, grab the yellow bean. And finally, we need to get yellow bean up here, which requires another frozen vine here. That should be a lot easier though. We just need 2 beans for this process. Oh. Oh, yellow bean exists now. So 2 beans had to exist before this process. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, we have 2 beans. We have one up there in the corner. So we should be good. I left myself just enough. So that's lucky. Yeah, but all we needed to do here was... Oh. Okay, let's see. Actually, you know what? No, it's even easier, right? The vine just needs to bring a yellow bean into that spot. I don't even need to destroy the vine, I don't think. Oh, well, okay. Firstly, I probably have to get the vine to exist here so that it doesn't grab me. But this should activate the sensor, right? It does, yes, because there's a yellow bean underneath you. I don't think we've ever used that property before, but that is very convenient enough for us. And in fact, this doesn't require any any forward thinking regarding this carpet right here. So cool. Hey, there you go. Okay, so Seasons of Being was kind of daunting for how big it was, but once you understand all the mechanics, that's not that difficult. It is very time consuming though. So I'm not sure if I want to move on to another puzzle at this point. All the puzzles here are so big. Like, oh my goodness. I mean, they're nowhere near as big as Seasons of Being, but I just know like these are gonna be some real problematic puzzles. So we're gonna have to like prepare ourselves here. Alright, well, I guess we would take a look at one of them for now. Let's look at this one. Purple Bean Eater, I think. Yes, Purple Bean Eater. Vine here is a Purple Bean Eater. Yes. Oh, and the problem here is that I need that to be 0 purple beans. What is that? What is that recipe? I have 1 purple bean here. So yeah, how in the world am I gonna get rid of all of these beans? We like exist on the timer somewhat. Unless I can stop you beforehand. Okay. Oh. Oh, there's slime underneath you. Okay, well now I've blown up the vine. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but there's 1 bean there now, and that's a problem, I guess. We could convert this into maybe the roller recipe. I think that's the point. I want to convert this into the roller recipe. That's the difficulty. This guy can just be a carpet for all I care. That would get rid of it for this carpet. I just need to get every other bean here. I think that's the difficulty. Okay, how am I gonna get 3 cyan beans in there, honestly? Jeez. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to see a lot of issues. How am I gonna get stuff in there? I can freeze things and push them in. Like, vines can do that. Oh, I need more than 1 vine. Okay. I also need more cyans. Oh, okay, well then that's a problem. Also, why is there a yellow... Why is there a yellow colorer down there? A yellow petal down there? What's the point if this carpet naturally dispenses yellow? I guess I can't put any beans here? Maybe. Okay, If before this happened, I did this. Oh, there's this tile, so no bean here can actually... Okay, no bean there can actually... No bean there can actually become anything. I'm missing a lot of colors, aren't I? Like, I'm missing 1 cyan and 1 green. But I only have 1 carpet. That's interesting. Any purple bean that goes in here stays purple, and I can't turn that into a carpet. I can't get the... Well, another thing I could do is I could freeze the vine. Yeah. I could have collected you. And then freezed you. And that puts a purple bean there. This is kind of awkward though, because yeah, this is not gonna work well. Here's a yellow bean. That's not gonna work. Okay, freezing was not a good idea then. The other option would have been to like freeze from below, which definitely isn't going to work. It's there now. Oh, where am I? What? Hello? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, but then now we have 2 purple beans here. I think the point is that I can only have 1 purple bean there. Because there's no way I can get rid of them if there are more than one. I can't get it to turn into a roller. I think this is the best start, but like, maybe not. Yeah, I'm definitely missing beans now. I'm missing something. And I can't duplicate more than one color, which is bad. I need 3 cyan and 3 green. But how could I have generated more of any of them? Right, the thing is I would probably need another carpet, right? Which is why I expected... Ah, a vine pulling across would work to give me more purple beans, and then I can make more carpets. Okay. So that will imply that probably I want this to be a green carpet, from which we produce a purple carpet. Okay, yes, this works. This should work. No, because green here is unremovable. Okay, so cyan. Well, in that case, how am I ever going to duplicate green then? How will I ever duplicate green? How will I ever duplicate green? What? I don't see how to duplicate green. Well, okay, another way I could have duplicated green was if green bean didn't exist. So I would need to freeze here. Like that. But okay, yes, and then what I can do is by a very long path here, blow up the bicycle. And I suppose if I manage to get a yellow bean like this, I can also blow up the vine when I wish to do that. Yeah, okay, so this is all resettable. Good. And yeah, by the same process, I can also blow you up when I need to. Now, I am not sure if I should have done this after you are going down here. So I think I should have done that, okay. I would like the purple bean to already have been in this spot. Otherwise, I think it's going to be pretty hard to put a purple bean there. Like, the rest I can do by... The rest I can do by just, like... How can I do the rest? Honestly, I have no idea. I guess a vine pulling beans across could work. Yeah, okay, so I do actually want this here because... No, I don't. Hold on a minute here. I need to wait, then freeze. Okay. Lots of options to go about here. I have no idea which ones are actually going to work. But I'm just gonna give it a shot right now, and hopefully the one I chose was the right one. But it really isn't a problem if not. So let's save here. Frozen vine with... Oh, that's a problem then. Why are there 2 pink beans inside? Did I wait too long? Wait, did I actually wait too long? Why did that happen? Because this is being grabbed. Okay, I think this is fine. Yes, okay, this is actually fine. This is actually better because there's only 1 purple bean in there, which is what I want. Okay, so somehow this works. Okay, and I'm gonna get rid of the old bookmark and resave this one, where all the beans are actually in the right spot. Okay, now that there are no spare green beans, I can actually dedicate the first carpet to green. And I will be able to produce infinite vines like this. Well, that's kind of not true, but yeah, I think it is. Okay, hold on. But okay, no, see, a vine here would just die and turn back into bean form. The rest of the beans are gonna have to come in here via some other way in this case. Because I can't turn you into a vine again, now that there's a purple bean underneath you. So that's a problem. How is Icicle going to get in there? How is an Icicle going to get in there? It's not easy. So no, I don't think this is right. I don't think this is valid. But no, how else could this work then? There must be some other way to get a bean in this area, right? I think so. I think there definitely must be. Because I don't see any other way this could work. I don't see how, like... I'm thinking really hard right now. The vine has to be gotten rid of. I know that. Because if the vine stayed alive and active, it would just keep pulling beans in. I think that's definitely a fail state. Which then means that what? Freeze or kill. Kill and freeze both lead to the same outcome, where there's going to eventually just be a green bean here. I would say freeze is definitely slightly better because that gives me the freedom to, you know, have no green beans in the level otherwise. So I think freeze is our best option. So that means I do need to solve the puzzle of how to get stuff in here in that case. Could I somehow produce a roller like now out of nowhere using like this bean for some reason? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. Okay. I really don't want to get rid of you. I don't want to get any other bean in at all. We have no movers. Besides the roller and the bomb, nothing else moves. Vine requires space at the back to pull in, and that doesn't exist here, clearly. Icicle wouldn't work. Icicle diagonally, yes, but requires other things to move. I see a lot of possibility for like a bomb to go in and explode. But as you can see, that just produces this bean, and I can't turn it into... Well, for a lot of reasons, this doesn't work. I can't actually shoot it. There's actually no angle at which I can shoot this thing. Huh. So in that case, if there were a roller recipe here, how would I get that to activate then? Oh. I need a vine to pull me across, right? Oh, that's fascinating. I think that's possible because like I have an infinite number of vines here. I also have an infinite number of bombs here. I guess somehow if I just timed it right. I could get... Yeah, if I timed it right, I could just get stuff to happen. I could get you to get shot. I could get pulled in, and then like when I'm around here, there are two vines here. Which... Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's all good. But that is not how I'm going to be able to get this to work. Now I'm gonna get back to this area. Okay. So what does that mean? I don't know. I'm gonna see if everything else works first. So, by my plan, I want an infinite number of these guys, right? We'll start with you. I will start by producing another purple bean like this. And I can just blow up the vine. And that will produce purple bean. And purple will let me duplicate cyan as well. Although this time it's a little bit different, I guess, because... Can I do it more than once? Yeah, I can do it more than once. I just produce one here. And then I do this. I have to actually activate the icicle first. So yeah, by this method, I now have... Well, I say I now have 3 of each. I don't. Oh. Hold on. There you go. I will now have 3 of each. Oh, but the thing is, this never got turned into an icicle, so it doesn't respawn. Okay, well, why did I not just put you here then? Actually, this might be a bit more difficult than I thought. How would I blow you both? How would I blow you both up? Oh, yikes. I mean, it shouldn't be difficult. I mean, yeah, it really shouldn't. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. What am I doing? Okay, I want to do that. I'm gonna get rid of you like that. I just want a bomb there. This bomb can go away. Another bomb here be perfectly fine. There you go. And then if I wanted, I can just get rid of this bomb and then we have an infinite bomb supply again. So alright, by some really weird miracle, we now have 3 of everything, theoretically. 3 greens, 1 hidden here, 3 cyans, the purple is down there, and that is all we need for the roller recipe. Of course, there's a bit more to it, because how am I gonna get all the beans in there? No idea how. And I think that is actually the crux of the problem. So yay, we have all the beans we need. I'm not gonna do this first. I'm going to save another bookmark here. But yeah, I don't know how to resolve this issue of how to get the beans in there. You know, okay, if I got, hold on. Just to do a quick check. Suppose I Suppose I oh, this is such a bad... Okay, hold on. I gotta set things up a little better here. Suppose I froze the bomb while it's being grabbed. Like this. Crap. You, come here. This should be a better setup. Will I be able to push you? No. I'm thinking if I could get frozen stuff to end up here, I could push it down, like specifically in this spot. Why didn't I consider that? I think I did consider that, didn't I? I'm gonna need more icicles for this then, but yeah, that should be possible. Okay, well, I say it should be possible. It's actually kind of difficult to pull off because you're in the way. And you will always be producing some weird assortment of beans. That's actually not true. Hold on, hold on. I have a better idea. Remember when I had that green yellow bean for no reason? That was a pretty key bean to have. This bean allows me to hold one outside, and therefore you will stop producing beans. And I think that's fine for ice blocks. Ice blocks shouldn't have any interaction with you. So yes. Okay, well that still doesn't explain how to get cyan beans in. I can get green beans in by freezing vines and then pushing them in. But cyan is harder. Cyan can't be frozen, so they can't go in via frozen blocks. How would they go in then? I don't know, but we will see if this is doable for now. What I'll do is I'll place the icicle here. No, I need it to slide and stop there because I can't put the vine there. Okay, so vine. That's not a vine. Vine. You're gonna eat an icicle. Okay? Freeze. I need vine to stop against something and then spawn and be then frozen again. So I need one here. And I probably need another one as well. I'll use the stoppers here to prevent... Oh, that's kind of suspicious. But this should work. The only reason why it wouldn't work is how do I push you down now? Oh, petal! Oof. Okay, petal suddenly coming into play. Wow, okay. So, specifically looks like I was placed there to stop me from doing this, huh? That's mean. Okay, well then how does it get anything in? If I freeze a vine, it just does not move, right? A vine doesn't pull an ice block with it. If I freeze something with a vine while it's being held, for example. This is gonna be a little bit hard for me to do, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, right, you need to be... Okay, hold on. Let's try something a bit simpler. Let's try a bomb. So yeah, you just stop there. You literally act as a solid wall now. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to change that. Yeah. I guess, okay, another thing that could happen is like I could freeze stuff in here, get pulled across myself, and then push ice blocks in. But that still would not get cyan beans in. And I still think that's a big problem. So yeah, biggest question at this point in time is how to get cyan beans in here. I definitely think it has to be a vine, but how? Wouldn't the vine have like eaten like 1,000,000 purple beans by this point? I can't keep the vine alive, right? I can't like thaw a vine or anything. No, I don't think it's possible. Okay, well, this puzzle clearly needs some extra thought. I think I'm gonna end the episode here and start thinking about it. Right now, I don't want to go back into this level too much, so yeah, I think I'll stop here. I will see you guys next time, and then hopefully then we'll have some idea on what to do here. I think I've gotten quite far into this puzzle, but that still remains a really big question, and I guess we'll solve that next time. So yeah, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye!